99.7 DJX, the Ben Davis and Kelly K Show podcast. Turn it up on demand.
99.7 DJX. I think we can all relate to the fact that roommates are an interesting relationship that you have, because sometimes, you're lucky enough to share a living space with a friend. Sometimes you're just paired together, from your college or university in a dorm room, and you got to deal with
You just answer an ad.
Yeah, or you answer an ad on Craigslist to, become a roommate. So when we got this voice note, I was like, did this guy really just telling himself? And we need to start talking about roommate confessions again, because you got to hear what he says.
I've been living with a guy I met off Craigslist for about 4 months now. He's my roommate. Mm-hmm. And one afternoon, he comes out and he's wearing underwear. And
okay,
I didn't really think anything of it. I let him, just do his thing. He went back in his room.
That's right.
But it got me thinking, man, these underwear, they look so comfortable. So when he went to work,
stop it.
I went in his room, and I was looking for the underwear he was wearing. I just was curious what brand they were. I couldn't find them, so I went through his dirty hamper.
Oh, my God.
And I ended up trying on his underwear, and they fit so nice that I ended up actually just picking up all my stuff, leaving, taking his underwear, and now I'm currently still wearing his underwear. Is that bad?
Oh my gosh!
Yes, that is stealing. It's weird and creepy because you stole his dirty underwear.
I love how he ended it with, "Is that bad?"
Yeah, a little. It is a little. It's creep factor's pretty high. Also stealing.
Gosh.
Also, you just left. You high and dry, not going to cover the rent anymore?
Listen, I got to be honest. If the same situation were to occur, I think the only way to react is just be like, you know what? We're done here.
I'll leave my key on the counter.
Yeah, I gotta go. I gotta go. We can't be roommates anymore. I've just stolen your dirty underwear.
I mean, he started off fine. I just want to see what brand it is so I can buy some for myself.
Yeah.
But we don't steal the used ones, used unwashed ones.
I mean, you could also just say, hey, man, I noticed, what brand of underwear is that? You could ask them.
That is a little weird to say, though.
Is it?
I think so. Do you think that you could ask one of your buddies, hey, that underwear looks real comfy. What brand is that again? I want some of those. You don't think that's weird?
I don't know if I could necessarily do that. Yeah, maybe. I've had some interesting roommates, and I'll kick off roommate confessions. And I've talked about Jeff, my roommate, in college on the show before. But one of the first things that I learned about Jeff is that he slept with a knife under his pillow.
Yeah, that's weird.
And I asked him why when I saw it one time, and he said, you never know. And I'm like, I'm sleeping, we had bunk beds, and so I'm sleeping above him, and I'm like, what do you mean you never know?
Was this like a Swiss Army knife where the blade is covered for the most part, or was it like a kitchen steak knife or something?
It was a hunting knife. So it was like something you'd see out of a movie.
Okay.
One of those tactical...
Was the blade exposed?
Yes.
What if you reach your hand under your pillow, forget you have a knife under there, and slice your hand?
I don't think Jeff was forgetting that he had a knife under his pillow.
Okay.
But anyways, long story short, there was that tension that was there between Jeff and myself for at least a couple months until I brought home some chocolate drink called Yoo-Hoo, which he apparently loves. And he was like, wait, are you not going to drink that? And I was like, no, do you want it? He was like, yes. And so then that was kind of the olive branch, so to speak. So
hashtag besties. And then you didn't really have to worry that he was going to freak out in the middle of the night.
Yeah. And
with a knife.
And do something crazy. Right. Exactly. So anyways, if you've got some crazy roommate stories you want to pass on, you can always text or call 502-571. Yeah, we decided to just toss out there a little roommate confessions. If you've got one, we'd love to hear. 502-571-9970. We'll get to Al here in just a sec.
Erica texted, she's like, okay, dirty is bad. But if we're talking Me Undies, I understand stealing them. So I looked up Me Undies.
Okay.
They look kind of amazing. There's like a membership. You can I guess get on a program where they send you new, and they've got like 81 different patterns. They have briefs that say nugs and kisses. They're chicken nuggets.
Well, would you look at that? All right.
And they got men's and women's. Like, I might buy some.
All right. So maybe if they were those underwear, then justifiable.
I guess it's understandable. But the fact is, the dude totally moved out and left his roommate high and dry. Like, what's he going to do for the rent now?
All right. So, Al, you've got a crazy roommate story.
I had a roommate that, it was a female roommate. You know, it was a co-ed type situation, but kept making advances towards me, and the more I turned it down, it got even weirder. But one day she comes, she goes, you know, you make funny noises when you sleep. And I was like, what do you mean? And she'd been taking video and pictures of me while I was asleep.
Oh, my gosh.
And posting them to social media saying, hashtag boyfriend sleeping, things like that.
Oh, my gosh.
There was like pictures of her. When I was asleep, she was laying next to me. I was like, isn't he so cute?
Ow, that would freak me out.
Yeah, that roommate agreement ended quickly.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my gosh.
But she's still out there, currently looking for a roommate if anybody's interested.
Oh, my God.
Al's like, I've got her number. I could pass you along.
Yeah.
Wow, thank you for sharing that story.
Yeah, good morning.
You too.
That is beyond creepy. She's totally posing like he's her boyfriend on social media.
But
just sneaking in, laying next to him in the middle of the night when he doesn't know.
Yeah, the sentence that got me, though, was you make funny noises when you sleep. It's like, how do you know that? Oh, my gosh. Roommate confessions there. 99.7 DJX.